Hi everybody, today is Tuesday, January 10th. I know I'm super late on this, but I ended up wanting to film my WIP Parade and I decided to make it a WIP slash kit parade, and I'll throw some normal Flosstube stuff in there as well. Um, so yeah, this is the first week of January. It has been exactly 1 year since I started stitching. My mom taught me the first week of January last year. So I'm super excited that I'm coming up on, or that I am here on my 1 year. And when I decided to film this video, um, I was going to do it between Christmas and New Year's. And of course, I'm sure you all can understand, things got way busier than I expected. And then New Year's came and went, and I decided to just do it on my 1 year anniversary. So here we are. I believe my actual 1 year was this past Sunday. Um, However, we're doing the video today. So yeah, so I'm super excited, and with that, I will get into my. Let's do kits first because I have some acquisitions also. I got some gift cards to 123 Stitch, which allowed me to kit up some things. And the reason I'm doing it this way is because I'm intending to hopefully start all these kits this year at some point. So they'll eventually be WIPs, I'm hoping, this year. And with that, the only reason I did kit these things up is because we were on a no spend, and because of the gift cards, I was able to do that. So yeah, some of the charts I had already, some of the fabric I had for them already. It was just a matter of getting the floss. Some are brand new. So without further ado, here are my kitted projects. After my kitted projects, I will show you some chart acquisitions that I did not kit up. I just got the charts. Eventually I will kit up, and then we'll go into my WIPs and kind of what I've been up to the last 2 weeks, and that'll be the video. So I am super excited about this one. So I actually had the pattern. This is Miss Bingley's Library by Plum Street Samplers. It's in the plastic, so it's reflecting horribly. There. I'm sure you guys have all seen this on a couple different channels. I know the Seattle Stitcher is stitching it. I've had this pattern for a while, but I've wanted to kit it up because I absolutely love Jane Austen, and I have a set of her completed works. I believe there's 7 in leather bound, so I was super excited that this was obviously had to do with Pride and Prejudice. I've seen the TV show, or I guess, I don't know if they call it a TV show. They're like movies, but it's like a 6 or 7 part movie, and they're like 2 or 3 hours a piece. I'm not sure, but I absolutely love them, and I've read the book several times, so yeah. And so I am stitching this on. I found this piece of, it is 36 count platinum Edinburgh linen. So 36 count, I did not need a big piece, so I just got a 16th yard. I really try and get my fabric the size of the piece that I'll need, because I really hate cutting, especially since this is, can't think of the word, but it's sewed on the end. I'm terrible. But yeah, so I really hate to cut it if I don't have to, so that's why I try to do that. And I did get the call for the Week's Dye Works, and then there's a couple Classic Color Works in there. So I think these are going to look beautiful on this fabric. For this, and yeah. So I'm super excited about this piece. And I'm an avid reader, I'm sure, as you all know, so that just holds like an extra special piece. My husband's supposed to be building me some bookshelves here in the next, hopefully, 6 months. But eventually I do want to have a room that is of my own and a library. So, and this next piece is, and this is a paper copy because this is my what I want to call it, my working copy. That's what I'm looking for. So I made a copy of this to keep in there with it, just because. So yeah, this is Quaker Pumpkins by Hello from Liz Matthews, and I love this piece. I love Quaker Pumpkins. I have another pumpkin piece that's like a Quaker pumpkin. It's obviously not by Hello from Liz Matthews. I can't think of who it's by right now, but I think these are so cute. And I am doing that on, this is Milk and Honey from Fiber on a Whim. And I love this fabric. I mean, look at this. It's beautiful. I love this fabric. It is obviously a neutral. This lighting is terrible. I'm so sorry. This lighting is terrible. But, I mean, you can tell it's not like a, it's like a really light cream. You can tell because my ceiling and my wall are white. So it's like a really light cream. And I chose the Call for Fabrics from Weeks Dye Works. And I chose this fabric. I wanted a light fabric because these are more darker fall colors. And I thought that that would just absolutely pop. So I really love that. Super excited about that. So that is that. I'm going to really try and keep my stuff organized here as we go because otherwise I will have an absolute mess. And I still have a lot to do today after this video. As soon as I'm done with this video, I have to go help my husband stack wood. So that's going to be a big job. So I'm trying to get this video done out of the way this morning so I'm freed up to do that. Okay, this next piece is Strength by RATM, and I absolutely love this piece. They have a line of these, I believe. There's Courage, Love. I think there might be a couple more, but I love this piece. It is all black. There's a little bit of gold. And I am doing this on a 28 count even weave light. So it is white. This is a huge piece of fabric. I will not be needing this all. I'm sure it will get cut down, obviously, because I would like to be able to use the fabric again. I don't want to waste it. So there's that. And I am doing my first silk. I'm super excited. I am going to do this over 2, obviously, as it's a 28 count. So this is DMC 680, the gold, because I did not need but just a tiny bit in there, as you can see in the 2 different places there. So, but I wanted to do the black in silk. And I'm super excited about it because I've never worked with silk before. And everybody I've talked to has said once you use silk, you will never want to do anything else. So I'm super excited about this. I really wanted that black and white look. So I really wanted that like clean, fresh, crisp look. So that's why I did do just the plain white even weave, and just jet black. I am using, this is DMC 680. This is NPI 993. So this is part of their black and white line. And it's just, I mean, you can tell it blends in with the wall in the background, which is black. So you can tell it just blends in. Oh, there we go. It blends in. You can't even see it's there. So, yeah. I'm super excited about that. I cannot wait to start that. Again, I'm hoping to start these all by, well, not by, just sometime this year. That's what I'm wanting. So, we'll see if that happens. I don't know how many kits I have. Maybe one a month. I don't know. We'll see. So there's that. This next one I've been super excited about as well. This is the All Hallows Eve sampler. It's by Joan Elliott Design. I actually saw Sampler Style, Sharon, I believe, and she was doing this with her daughter, and I absolutely fell in love with this. I'm not typically one to like ABC letters on my pieces. I mean, preferably, or prefer, Jesus guys, today. Particularly they come in on samplers. Obviously this is a sampler. But look at those letters. How freaking cool are those? I absolutely love those letters, so I'm definitely keeping them. I'm not going to cut it off here because I like those letters so much, and stitched up, it looks so cool. So that's that. I'm super, super excited about this. This is such a cool Halloween piece, and the numbers, they have those too, with the little spider webs and candles and just all kinds of things. And what a cool piece. I love it. And I am doing that on, this is 32 count Vintage Stormy Night. And this does have a blue hue. You can kind of tell. It does have like a blue hue to it. But I really liked that. And the modeling is really great on here. And I really like that, and I think it'll give it that lightness that the cover art has, but kind of like a darker, because they had like yellow, I think, in there. Like this, like gold yellow, but that is stitching. But like the yellow up here, if you can kind of see that, like there's like a light yellow through the fabric right here. And then you can see where it gets like darker up here. It doesn't have that yellow, but that's okay. I didn't really like that. I really like the blue and the like gray. It's like bluish gray. And I really like that. And I just chose, I didn't have a ring. I chose DMC 310, obviously, and DMC 972, which is the called for on that, I believe. I'll have to open it up, but I believe that's called for. And I think these are going to look beautiful on here. It's just going to give it, it's not going to be like super spooky. But that's okay. I kind of want to just, I don't know, like a cute pattern, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but to me this isn't like really, I don't know. I guess it could be spooky. I don't know. I really love it. Really love it. So, I will be hopefully starting that. Maybe October. I don't know. If I have 12, maybe we'll do one once a month. I don't know. Let's see. So this is Christmas Town by Modern Folk Embroidery. And I actually saw this one on Sampler Style as well. And she was stitching it, and she was stitching it, I believe she was stitching with white, like white floss. I believe on the called for fabric. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love this. It just reminds me of like, I don't know, like old Christmas, like in the 30s. I don't know. I don't know why that comes to me. But I'm like obsessed with like the 20s and 30s. So I love this. So cute. I love the reindeer. I love this huge Christmas tree in the middle and the snowflakes, and it's just beautiful. And I am actually doing this on the call for fabric because I loved it so much. And I'm actually going to be using NPI 992 on this. So it's a cream color. And actually, this is silk. So this is my second and only other silk that I'm using that I've ever kitted up. So I'm really excited about this piece for that reason. I didn't want white. I wanted like a softer cream color. And I actually saw DMC's Ecru. I don't know how you pronounce it, but DMC had that color, and I love the color a lot, but I wanted it in silk. So I actually Googled a conversion chart from DMC to NPI's, and they came up with NPI's 992, which does look very similar. It's a very light cream. It's part of their black and white grouping of floss. So it's not super, super dark cream because I didn't want that. I wanted a very, very light, but I just wanted it very soft. And you can kind of tell because, I mean, again, the wall behind me is white. And this is not straight white, but it's very light. And you can kind of tell, I think, from that. So, yeah, I'm super excited. This is going to look beautiful, and I cannot wait to hang it up for Christmas. This is going to be beautiful. And what a beautiful pattern. I love this pattern. And Sampler Style, Sharon, she had started it with a white floss, and she has not finished it to my knowledge, at least in her videos yet. So it's just like a little corner. I think like the M might have been started. And I like fell in love immediately. Like it was just absolutely beautiful. I loved it so much. So I'm super, super excited about that. And then this next one, my husband actually picked out, and I got it. It is a Dimensions kit. It's a Dimensions Gold Kit Petite, and it is Santa Claus, and the title of it is Believe. And I'm just using the called for that came in the kit, and that is an 18 count ivory Aida, and then the called for floss for that they gave. And these notes are not part of the fabric. So those are all stitched. You can see, I mean, this is going to be a very, very small piece. It's just ivory. Jesus. Ivory. I'm really out of it today, guys. Ivory, Aida, 18 count. So, like, there's nothing. So all this in the background, like the music notes and the lines and everything, that's all going to be stitched. So definitely small, but there's definitely a lot of work in that. So, but it's just so pretty. I love it. I love like the little holly around the outsides. And my husband saw it. He actually said that I should get it because he didn't realize how small it was. And then he was disappointed that it was small. Because he thought I'd be like a beautiful Christmas piece, you know, bigger to hang up for Christmas. And he was super disappointed. I'm like, it's still gonna be cute, pretty. It's just gonna be smaller than what we thought, so, or what he thought. So this next one, I've been wanting to start since I got it back in, I think, October. And I love this piece. It reminds me of Hocus Pocus. And it's the Salem Sisters Apothecary from Primrose Cottage Stitches, because you all know I love them so, so very much. And not just because the main designer has my namesake, but which is cool. You can see it's by Lindsay Waite, and of course she spells her name the same way as me, which is kind of unique. People don't typically spell it EY, so that's kind of cool. So I really, really like this piece, and I am going to stitch it on the called for. Her dad actually makes these boards that you can put it on. I said previously I think that I was going to get it. I don't know. I really like it, but I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know how I'm going to finish it. I am using called for fabric and floss. The fabric is 32 count vintage country mocha. A lot of their pieces use this fabric, but it's such a good fabric. I love vintage country mocha. Such a good fabric. Such a good neutral. And it's going to look really old and rustic on this. And then I am using the call for Weeks Dye Works Kohl. So, a lot of good modeling and different tones in that. So yes, this is going to be beautiful. And I'm so excited. I have a ton of like Christmassy and Halloween pieces. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. Start the Halloween maybe in October and Christmas stuff in December, and the other stuff just start when I feel like. That's kind of what I've been doing lately. Just starting what I feel like, doing, yeah, I don't know, just kind of doing what I love. So this next piece was actually given to me for my birthday. Or no, Christmas. Last year. No. I don't remember, but my daughter, with my oldest, Savannah, with the help of my husband, obviously, picked this little kitty. It's a Busilicate out for me, and how stinking cute. And she said she picked it because it looks like our cat Smokey, which it does, I think, a little bit. I think in this picture he's a little bit more brown than just all gray, but that's okay. He does look very similar. And how cute. Little flowers, little butterfly. So I do want to start this at some point. I don't know when. I thought about maybe doing it and hanging it up in the girls' room so they can also enjoy it. Even though it was a gift to me, I think they would really enjoy seeing that. I think it'd make them smile. So I'm probably going to start that here soon. Well, I'm hoping to. And this is just done on white Aida, I believe. 18 count white Aida. And it's not super big. Again, it's super small. But that's okay. What a cute little framed piece to hang up on the girls' wall. So, I'm excited about that. He's so cute. He's such a cute little cat. And I'm just using the call for fabric. Or, excuse me, the call for floss that it came with. I'm super, super disappointed in this kit, though. And the reason being is none of this floss is labeled at all. It is all just, well, I mean, you can see it as it is. None of it's labeled. So I'm going to have to go in and figure out what is what, which is highly disappointing. I don't feel like it would have taken that much to just label them. And I'm looking at the chart. And there is there's a lot to this. So there's a ton of different colors. And I don't know, like this is, it's saying it's DMC. So I guess if I had a DMC thread chart with all the actual threads like in the, or thread card, it'd be easier. So I might have to get one of those, but that's really annoying. Because I don't feel like it'd take much to just match the floss up with the, you know, what number it is, and then put the icon, the, whatever the, oh my gosh, whatever that symbol is for the floss, and just put it on a thread card or something. Or, you know, I just don't feel like it'd take that much. And so that's, yeah, highly disappointing. So, but I mean, I'm still going to do it. It's just going to be a little bit harder. So, that's what it is, I guess. And this next one is also a Dimensions kit. It is Snow Days. And it's a little wolf. And he's so cute. And this is done on 14 count white Ada. Oh, excuse me. And the called for floss that came in the kit. So I guess it's not really called for. It's floss. So I do want to start him. I really like him. He's so cute. And we have like a bunch of nature things. Our living room is full of just outdoorsy stuff. We're both very outdoorsy people. This next one is Deer Scene. And how cute is that? And this is also done on 14 count white Ada. But look at that. Look how pretty he is. I love this sunrise. Or I guess it could be a sunset. I don't know. I like waking up in the morning and like looking out into the woods and drinking my coffee, specifically at sunrise. So that's why I just consider it sunrise. And seeing if there's any deer, but he's beautiful. He's beautiful. I love him. And just the detail in his face, in his chest, he's beautiful. He's a beautiful deer. And yes, I love him. I love the outdoors so much. If I could leave everything and just pack up and move to Alaska and live on a homestead, my dream, I would do it. The only thing I would hate is the cold, because Alaska gets super, super cold. But yeah, I would love to live on a homestead. I think that'd be so stinking cool. Just because, I mean, you don't necessarily have a job. Your job is basically providing for yourself. And I think that would just be such a cool way to live, because everything you had, the food, the shelter, the heat that you had every day would be because you went out and did the work. And I think that is really something special. Okay, so I'm going to move into my acquisitions. Again, some of my WIP stuff, some of the kitted stuff with acquisitions that I got, like the floss. I think the only new acquisition that I kitted up was nothing. I had all those charts. Was just fabric and floss, really, for some of those. So, this next one I'd been wanting to get for a while, and it's just so stinking cute. I love this, and I love, like, the holidays, and you have, like, interchangeable things, I guess. I don't know how to call it, but you'll understand once you see it. So this is home. is Where the Wreath Is by Stitching with the Housewives. And how cute. So this is like their main wreath, I guess. Like their normal wreath that you could have in all year and it not make a difference. And it's just little like leaf, like ivy wreath, like a typical wreath. How cute though. I love it. And then they came out with their wreath swap 1 and 2, and I got both of those as well. So this is 1, and this has the first 6 months of the year. So as you can see, there's wreaths over here for every month in the year. And I apologize, the cover is not a really great representation of this. They're not very vibrant colors on the cover, but as you can see stitched up, they are. So I think that was just had to do with putting it in the cover. So there is January through June, and with obviously the stitched up one up there being, I would assume, February. And so that is that. So there's bunnies here, snowmen, flowers, strawberries, and then some like little daisies. So that is that one. And Wreath Swap 2 is probably my favorite because it has such cool designs in it. So this is July through December. And you have 4th of July and Halloween and August, sunflowers, and Thanksgiving, and fall, and Christmas. And how cute are those? So I do want to get these all stitched and all the wreath swaps stitched up so I can do them for each month, because I don't know, I think that's cool to be able to swap things out like that. So yeah, there's that. So I'm super excited about that. And so I just acquired those. And this next one I'm excited about. And I saw this on the Seattle Stitcher. Megan, she had started this, and I loved this because eventually I want my own room, to have my own library / crafting room / like reading getaway, mommy's room, I guess, I don't know, my mommy cave. So I would love to be able to hang this up in that. And this is by Little House Needleworks, and they have such great patterns. I really like their stuff. I don't have that many though. For really liking it, I do not have that many. I'm thinking that I might, because I don't know, I think some of these are kind of muted. Maybe it's just the frame that's making it look like that. I don't know. I definitely would not choose a frame like this. I'd do something darker, because I think that's what's making these colors seem muted, because of the frame. I'd probably do like a dark brown or something. I think that'd really make the inside of this pop. But yeah, I'm super excited to start that one. And let me, oh, my tummy's growling. This next one I saw on Sampler Style, and she has actually completed it, and it is beautiful, and I love it so very much. And yeah, I don't know, I saw it on there and I knew I had to have it. This is Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread. And there's actually a pin cushion, and I will show you that too on the back. But wow, look at this. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love this so much, and it's such like the house is like a pink. It's like a very, very light pink, and I have it because you can tell because this is white, and the snow down here is white. And I haven't decided if I'm going to keep it that pink color yet or not, because, I mean, it looks really, really good with the cardinal being really red. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I really like the look of this, though. And then here's the pin cushion on the back. And how cute. What a cute little pin cushion. And this pattern is just beautiful. The book itself is beautiful. And they give you circle templates to complete the pin cushion to help you do that. And this next stuff is that. And then they give you like a little notes section in the back that's really pretty. And it does have you have the ability to put initials in there, so I will be putting initials in there, obviously, and then the year. So I will be doing that, and they give you a chart in the back for different letters and kind of where they're supposed to be at. So yeah, and numbers obviously as well. So that's that one. Oh goodness, guys. And then the next one I know that Seattle Stitcher Megan, Museum Stitcher Bridgen, and Alexis from Alexis My Amazing World, we're starting a sale on the on the Christmas garden, and I thought it was beautiful. So I got this book. This is Home for the Holidays by Blackbird Designs. I thought it was beautiful. And there is a couple other pieces in here that I really, really love as well. This one, I would show you the whole thing, but I can't without showing you the chart because the picture of it is on the chart. Oh, I guess no. Here we go. Here it is. And I love this. What a beautiful... And I believe this is in French. I did take several years of French in high school. And I believe it says, "'Tis the season of joy" on there. So I don't know. Any of you French speakers out there, I'm not fluent by any means, but I believe it says, "'Tis the season for joy." Or, "'Tis the season," yes, for joy. I believe. Maybe that's a very loose translation. It's been a while. I've been out of high school for several years, let's just say, and it's been a while. So, but I believe that's what it says. And so I really like that. And then I really liked this stocking. However, I do not really care for the letters in there, so I don't know. I might put some initials or something in there. Because I really do like this house and this deer down here. But I'm not a big fan of, like, because they have all these stockings in here, and they all have, like, the letters on them. Like, this one has ABC. So I could essentially just take those letters, because I like the style of the letters, and just do initials. I really like this one, too. I like this flower. But yes, I am super excited about this Christmas garden. I don't know when I will start it. Probably not till closer to next Christmas. However, I will be taking a piece of advice from Megan. And she did hers on the called for flosses, and it's very muted. It's very like pinky and just not bold, and I just don't care for that. I rather have like a deep red, like a Christmas red, and the other colors, I believe it's like a red, green, brown, and like a tan. So I'm not sure what colors I'm using. Obviously the red and green I will be, but those are going to be much, much darker than what she stitched, because these colors are not, they don't look like this anymore. The called for colors do not look like this anymore. They're more muted now. So while I love the cover art, I will be doing, yeah, just like a more bold color on that. So that's that. Now for my WIPs. So this one I actually started last week. No. Did I start it Sunday? I could have started this Sunday. I'm terrible. This was actually a new acquisition though as well. I had been wanting this pattern for a long time. Back in October, when we had our retreat, a lady there was working on it, and I absolutely just fell in love with it. She was so close to being done, and it was absolutely beautiful. And this is Welcome Autumn by Pootany Pootany. I think that's how you pronounce it. And look at that. It is so pretty. So pretty. I love this house so much. I love this house. Love it. Love it. Love it. And it came with little buttons to put on there. Little squirrel, the little sign, and then the birdhouse. It also came with a second chart so that you could stitch this if you didn't want to use the buttons, to stitch the sign and then stitch the birdhouse. But then as far as the squirrel goes, there was nothing there to stitch for the squirrel. It was just basically this minus the squirrel. But I am going to be using the buttons because I think they're super cute and I really like them. And I am using the called for fabric and called for DMC floss. And the fabric is a 32 count Belfast dirty linen. This is Weigart. And the floss is DMC. And look at those. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I've not gotten very far on this. I've not worked on it very much. But I do have the top half. Or not top half, but I started at the top. So I have this right here done, and I'm starting the tree. So I wanted to start the tree going down here and get into like this stuff here so I can get into the house very, very quickly because I cannot wait to stitch that house up. So again, not very far, but a good start, and I'm loving this already, and the colors are absolutely just popping on this fabric. And I really like this dark fabric. It's really beautiful. So yeah, so that's that. And so I had to kit that up. I just got that. I just got that pattern, and I just got the kit with a pattern. Or I'm sorry, I kitted up with a pattern when I got it in the mail not too long ago because it was such a must stitch for me. Alright, and this next one I've had kitted up for a long time, but I had not started it. And oh, you guys, look at this fabric. I love it. Love it, love it. I've not gotten very far on this at all, but it is looking very beautiful. And this is, so I should show you the pattern. Nevermore by Lila's Studio. And this is probably one of my very favorite poems. It is The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. And I love it. And I am actually doing this on Forbidden Fibers floss conversion. However, their fabric conversion they did not have. So I ended up choosing this charcoal, I believe. Charcoal. It's 40 count. And I have not made very much progress, but it is looking beautiful. And this is such a fun stitch. It is 40 count though, so this is my first 40 count I've ever stitched on, so it is taking me a little longer than what I thought, but this is their floss. And the color that I have been stitching with is Obsidian. And it's this color here. And just look at these colors on this fabric. Look at that. Oh, I love it. So that is that. Forbidden Fiber Company. They are based out of Tennessee. I cannot remember where exactly at in Tennessee, but they are based out of Tennessee. And she has such beautiful, beautiful things. And this floss is such a dream to stitch with. It is cotton. It's fancy cotton though, and it is beautiful, and I love it. I love stitching on it. And this fabric is absolutely wonderful to stitch on, even though it is a 40 count. It is wonderful. And can't wait to get started on that. I was wanting it to be really like spooky. And I think with this floss and that fabric, I will definitely get the look that I am wanting. Because the poem itself is a very dramatic poem. And it's very dark and very, well, the main character, the raven, it's basically the poem is the raven overseeing this man slip into like madness over the loss of this woman. So, yeah, it's very, very dark. And I very, very much like it. So this next one, I apologize, this is my working copy, so I don't have a picture of it. I decided I wasn't going to copy it for some reason. I don't know, it's been a while. Like the cover photo I didn't make a copy of. But this is You're My Sunshine. Oh, goodness. There we go. Oh, that is terrible. Let me see if I can adjust this light real quick. There we go. That's better. So that is You're My Sunshine. And I love like the wooden plank design in the back. Those are stitches. But I love it. It's so cute. My mom and I just started this, and she is done with the whole first half. It's 2 pages. She's done with the first page. And she is, let me tell you, she's kicking my butt because I am nowhere near that. And I am doing this on a 28 count vintage smoky white cashel linen. And yeah. Oh. Just undo this. This is all the further I've gotten so far. So I have not gotten very far at all. but I'm loving it. I screwed up somewhere in here, and so it's throwing everything off. Now, I'm not going to go back and rip it out because I don't think you're going to be able to tell a whole lot. But it's just taking me longer because now I'm having to kind of go back and not necessarily go back, but kind of just see what looks good and figure out what's going to make it look and kind of fudge it. So it is taking me a little bit longer, and that's why I've not worked on this very much, because it's just a pain in my rear, frankly. But I messed up, and yeah, I've not been wanting to go and work on it for that reason. Sorry, my hair is like crazy. I am using DMC, which I believe is the called for. And these are beautiful colors, beautiful sunflowery colors. But yeah, just because of that reason, it's just been not the thing I want to stitch on. So, I mean, it is what it is. Oh, and this pattern is by, Imagination? Let me see. It's called Sunflowers and Sunshine. It's by Imaginating, which they're actually from, I think, Southern Ohio. I want to say Dayton, maybe. So that's kind of cool that they're from Southern Ohio. Since I live in Ohio, I do live in Northeast Ohio though, but it's so cool. This next one is one I've been working on. I do have quite a bit of progress on this one, I think. And this is Trick or Treat by the Prairie Schooler. And I love this. I do have a couple other smalls that they have, the other patterns that they have. This does come with 2 little smalls. I'm folding it because the patterns are on the back. This does come with these 2 little smalls, which are so cute. And I probably will be doing those. I guess you can see them here too. And this is where I'm at. And I do feel like I have some good progress on this. The house is primarily done. I'm just missing some steps and things like through the middle here. And I think some stuff right here. But yeah, I love this. I love it. And this is done on the called for fabric. This is 32 count lamb's wool linen. And I am using the called for flosses. They are DMC. Love, oh, those are my little fabric holders for my hoop. I love me my DMC. I love me my DMC. Yeah. So yeah, I'm using the called for floss and fabric on those. And I am loving this. I really love this green, because that's primarily what the smoke is stitched out of. It might be like a gray, but I don't know. It looks green to me, but then it looks like more gray on the fabric. And I apologize, this has terrible hoop rings in it. It has not been ironed. No, this stuff has been ironed. It is what it is, people. I'm a working mom. I don't have a lot of time. I stay busy, 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 busy. So, it's what it is. Okay, this next one, she's a biggin. 37 colors? 36 or 37 colors. She's a biggin. And this is Ann Thomas. This is like my I love this piece. Our 10-year anniversary is going to be coming up here. So it's going to be 8 years this year. So, because we see the end of the year in November. So yes, just under 3 years will be our 10-year anniversary. And I would love to have this done for our 10-year anniversary. I don't know if I'll get this done in 3 years. I would really, really hope that I do not get too distracted. I am doing this on a 36 count Weeks Die Works. Or Weeks. Maybe as soon as I can find the tag. And this is a huge piece of fabric. Huge piece of fabric. And this is what I have done. Sorry, this one. So as you can see, this is a ginormous piece of fabric. And it's so pretty. I am doing this 2/2 because I wanted that really full look. I really like that look. And it's beautiful. There, that's better. You can kind of see it better. I think clear the colors are clear. This is Weeks 36 count straw. And I love this fabric so very much. This fabric is absolutely beautiful. Like I cannot tell you how much I love this fabric. It is just, it's soft, it's wonderful to stitch with. But the color, it's just, I love this color. I really, really need to start pulling this out more and working on it. It is 36 count though, so it is harder for me to work on without a magnifying glass. And I think that's kind of why I haven't been working on it. But I just need to suck it up because I love this piece so much. And here are all my flosses. So she's a biggin. There's 36, I think. Yeah, I think there's 36. 36 or 37, I don't know. But this is done in DMC. And there's a lot of floss there, guys. These are the called for DMC. So, it does, I think the cover is done in silk. However, that would be a ton of money. Because they do have 103 and a couple other types of silks on here. And then they do have the DMC. So, yeah, I mean, look at all those colors, guys. There's a lot. There's a lot. But I love it. This was my Mother's Day present last year, was the pattern. And the pattern itself was, I wouldn't say expensive. It was right around $36, I believe. There's a bigger one of it. It's just so beautiful. I will be taking this out here and putting me and my husband's name, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna put like the year that we met, or the year I get it finished. I don't know, but definitely our names. I haven't decided what year or anything I'm putting on there yet. Haven't decided yet. I'll figure it out when that time comes, because that'll probably be like the last thing I do on that, but yeah. Okay. We're almost done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. I know, this is becoming a long video. I'm sorry. This next one is one that I actually got to make for my husband. It is a Lucas S kit. And I love this. I got it for my husband, but I know I will enjoy it just as much. Because it's just cabin and mountains and woods and deer and wildlife and water and I guess stream or river, I should be more specific. And I have the most disgusting little star on this. It's just disgusting. I mean, I don't know if you can count that a star. I mean, there's maybe 17 little stitches on there. That's it. And just so piddly. Such a piddly star. This is this is, what is this? Fabric is this? It's the fabric it came with. It is easy stitch fabric. As you can see, like the little lines in there. Obviously those do wash out, but I've never stitched with this kind of fabric before. And even just like the little bit that I have here, it has proven to be very helpful, and I really like it. So that's that. These are actually done in anchor floss, and I do have these on my cards. Maybe if I can untangle them for you. I went ahead and put these all on my cards, and then I just put the symbols on there, taped them on there. So I do have 2 of these. There's a lot of floss in here, guys. There's a lot of floss. And this is on anchor, and then I still have 1 of these cards left that's almost completely full. But this is very, very little of each of these colors. They're not as prominent in the piece, so that's why I decided not to do those, because I do need to get another one of these. Yeah, these were actually gifted to me. These cards, they're plastic, by a friend. Her name is Cheryl, so shout out to you, Cheryl. These have been absolutely awesome. I love them. Thank you so much. She's also the one that has taught me how to knit, even though I've not knitted in a while. So it has been it's been busy, and I've wanted to get more stitching done. However, I started a scarf for my daughter, and I've not worked on it hardly at all, but shout out to you, Cheryl. I love you, lady. I love you. You've been awesome. Speaking of, we need to schedule a time to get together, get our group together, and set up a stitching day. Now the holidays are over and things have kind of calmed down, we'll definitely have more time for that. So I'm super excited to get together with y'all and do that. This next one is also a Dimensions kit. Now I started this one way back in the early days of stitching. Way back. This is a gold collection kit from Dimensions, and again, just another beautiful cabin piece, and I love this piece so much. I love it. It's gorgeous. And I do not have a lot done. I'm doing this on the called for fabric and floss that came with. Doesn't tell me on the front here. And I do have a lot of the cabin done. Now, I did start in the middle on this, so I am working my way up to the left-hand corner. But you can just see in it, like, how detailed it is. I mean, you can see the logs in the cab. I mean, this is beautiful, and I need to get working on it more. I need to get working on it more. I'm sorry, my phone's going off. Oh, my husband's telling me when I get done that my bibs and boots and things are in the kitchen ready for me to go help with the wood. But I need to get working on this again. I have not touched this in months and months. I mean, I think I started this one, and then I started that piece for my mother-in-law. And once I got started on that piece for my mother-in-law, I really just dropped the ball on this to work on that because I wanted it done by her. Well, I was going to shoot for her birthday, but it ended up being Christmas, which is fine because it was a Christmas piece anyways. But yeah, I just really dropped the ball on that, and it's probably been April, May since I've worked on it. So yeah, it's definitely need to get started working on that one. This one, very, very little progress as well. This is Casting a Spell, of course, by Blackbird Designs. And I do have a box with that, and it has a couple extra pin cushions in it. These two up here. I do have this box, and I want to do that. I did start on, let's see, I did start on this up here, and I'm not sure what they call that. They just call it a band. But I did start on that. And it's a little sewing box. And I should be able to get all of the pieces for this, because as you can tell, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 pieces, individual pieces for this box. And I should be able to fit it all in this one piece of fabric. And this fabric is 30 count Mariner's Map Legacy Linen. And I have not gotten very far on this. I'm awful. Awful. However, this piece was fairly easy to stitch up because this one band is only the 2 colors. And I am using called for DMCs. And there's only, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total DMC colors. So not a whole lot of colors, but it is a Halloween piece. So it's that more muted, dark thing that I'm looking for and that I like. It is a sewing box. However, because it's Halloween, more than likely, I will probably just use it as decoration. Probably stand it up or something, because of that. And I don't necessarily want to be using a sewing box. One, I don't really sew, although I want to get a sewing machine and I want to start making my own project bags and things like that. But I just haven't, so hopefully I will be doing that sooner than later. But yeah, so I don't really sew yet, and I don't know that I necessarily want to be using a sewing box all year. That's Halloween. Not that I don't love Halloween, but I don't know. I just don't know if that's what I want to do. Okay, this next one I've made some really good progress on, and I was actually just working on this one this morning. And this is Let It Snow by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And this is part of Lindsay's stamp series. I do have a couple of these. And how cute is that? And I have made some really good progress. I've only maybe had 2 hours of stitching on this, maybe, total. It's really small. I mean, this hoop is I want to say like 3-inch hoop or something, maybe 4-inch. And it fits inside there. And so it's very small. And I have the whole border done and the words done. So all I have left is a snowman and the little snowflakes and little stars here that go with that. So I should honestly have this finished in a couple hours, if that. So that is one of my goals, to finish. It is a winter piece, but I wanted to get it done because it's still winter. It's still snowing. It's not necessarily Christmas. And then once I get done with that, I think I will start one of these. These are also part of our stamp series. And then I'll be starting one of these on the same fabric. And these should be really quick, easy stitches. Well, this one should be extremely quick. And this one should be very quick as well. So I want to start those. Oh, cute. And I do want to make these into little pillows because they are very small. And what a cute little pillow that would be. Maybe put in like a dough bowl, or put them on like a tier tray and have them kind of standing up or something. I don't know, I just think those would be really cute. So yeah, I was working on that one this morning. I like the little cutesy things here, so I think they're cute. I love them. So that's that. And last one. Thank goodness, because we're an hour and 11 minutes in. And you guys are probably getting so bored right now. Although I hope not. I hope you're stitching and doing other things during this. So this one, I want to finish here real soon because it is a bookmark. And it's so very cute. And this is a hummingbird bookmark. And it's so cute. It has bleeding hearts in it, which are some of my favorite flowers. Orchid is my favorite. Bleeding hearts are my husband's, and I really like them as well. How cute. And I do have the whole outline done. And the branch that goes in the middle. I have that done. So, it's coming along. It's not very big, so I think a few more hours on it, and as you could tell, I'm terrible at starting in the middle. Because I have all this space on this side and not very much on this one. But luckily it's a bookmark, and it won't take much to do a backing for it. Probably felt or something to do the bookmark. So yeah, that's that. I don't think I'm going to put the hum for the hummingbird in there. I think I'm going to put my initials. I'll just chart like an LJ or something. Like up L here and then J down here, catty corner, so it fills up that space. But look how beautiful those hummingbirds are. There is quite a few colors, and it probably will take me a little bit longer than what I think to stitch it. But I am using the floss it came with, and again, they didn't label this. So I've had to go through and figure out which colors are which again is super, super disappointing. You guys need to start labeling your floss. I know it's probably how they used to do it and stuff, but we're in the 21st century. And this is just too much for my brain, okay? Too much for my brain. Can't handle it. So, but these are really, really beautiful colors. And I really like them. And they really do pop on this fabric, so yeah, I hope to get that done here this year because I want to start using it. It's a bookmark, and I read a lot, so I want to start using it. Speaking of books, I didn't necessarily have this in my plans to talk to you about, but I do need to mention it because I'm almost done with the second book. It's a trilogy, and it is absolutely an amazing, amazing series, and I love it. It's not really a series, it's a trilogy. It is called The Inheritance Games, is the first book. And I believe that's kind of like the namesake for the trilogy. That's what they call it. And it is by, I don't want to tell you wrong, Jennifer Lynn Barnes is who wrote it. So The Inheritance Games is the first book. The Hawthorne Legacy is the second book, which I'm almost finished with. I have about 150 pages left with that one. And they're about 4-ish, 500-ish pages, so they're not super long, but definitely a good read. And then the third one, I believe it just came out last year sometime, which is how I heard about it. It's called The Final Gambit. And that's how I heard about the series, because that book came out and people were like raving about it, and the series and the trilogy kind of got some renewed interest. And if you like mystery, it's not like murder mystery, but it is a mystery, and it's like, it's almost like a treasure hunt kind of. But they're looking for answers and not necessarily treasure. I guess like the answers and the why is part of is like the treasure. And basically the gist of it is this high school girl, very poor, her mom is dead. Her mom died when she was 15. She's a senior in high school. Her dad is very absent. He's never really had a whole lot to do with her. Her mom dies, and her half-sister ends up taking her in, but her half-sister is very young as well, and so they just don't have a lot of money, and she's in high school, and she's also working to help pay the bills with her sister, so it's just a very sad situation. Her sister becomes her legal guardian, and all of a sudden she ends up inheriting billions, with a B, of dollars from this old man that had passed away that she had never heard of in her life. And she lives in Connecticut with her sister. This man that left her this money lives in Texas, so they don't even look close to each other. And oh, you guys, you have to read it. I wouldn't say it's YA, young adult, because it's not, but it's not really like, I don't know, they might classify it as young adult, but you guys, it is so good. It is so, 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 so good. You guys have to read it. If you guys like mysteries or like puzzle games or anything like that, if you guys like the Da Vinci Code, it's like a younger version of like that. Like, it is amazing. It is amazing. You have to read it. Like I said, I have 150 pages left, and the cover art is really, really wonderful too. Let's see if I can find it. I use the Libby app, and I rented it from my library on the Libby app, so I don't have a physical copy of it. I read it on my phone. See if I can. Oh, it's not gonna let me. I was gonna try and show you the cover. It's not gonna let me. I can look it up real quick. Here is the first one, The Inheritance Games, and look at that beautiful cover art. I mean, there's some really beautiful cover art as well. Here's the Hawthorne Legacy. This is the one I'm currently reading. Again, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And The Final Gambit, like I said, just came out last year, I believe. Beautiful. And while I was looking this up, I just found another one. It's called The Brothers Hawthorne, which might just be like a prequel or a spin-off maybe, and go more into detail because there are 4 brothers, Hawthorne brothers. They're the grandsons of the older gentleman that left her the money. And I'm like, of course I'm drawing blank of her name. I don't know why. Oh, her name is Avery. I don't know why I forgot that. Her name is Avery, and that's the main character. And then there's the 4 Hawthorne brothers, the grandsons, and they're all roughly right around her age. And I'm wondering if maybe the brothers Hawthorne is a book about like their background, because they do talk a little bit about them, in their background before their grandfather died and growing up a little bit, but I wonder if that goes into more detail and stuff, because they all have different dads, so they're all half brothers, so there is kind of a thing there with that. Yeah, you guys just have to read it. It's so good. And yeah, I mean, I had a great Christmas. I had a great New Year's. We didn't do a whole lot. For Christmas, we went over to his aunt and uncle's for Christmas Eve. Christmas morning, woke up and had Christmas with our immediate family, me, him, and the 2 girls. And then we went over to his mom and dad's later in the afternoon and did Christmas breakfast like we always do every year. We did go to my family's Christmas Eve during the day. Yeah, it was just a wonderful Christmas. A lot of sentimental and heartwarming gifts this year, which is always my favorite. A lot of handmade or just very personable gifts, I guess. Not a lot of store-bought stuff, but not a lot of it. So it was a great Christmas. I had a wonderful Christmas this year. And then New Year's, we were so busy. I wanted to do the 12 by 12. I had all my projects set out, and we got so busy that I got almost 0 stitching done that day. So we had some running around to do during the day. Excuse me. And then we went over to our friends in the evening. Of course, we watched the Ohio State game, so we missed the ball dropping, and it would have been okay if they wouldn't have missed field goal to win the game. But they didn't. They missed, and they lost, and that was super disappointing. That they will not be in the national championship game. So, boo. But it is what it is. And we played euchre for most of the night, which, listen, I'm coming for you. I'm a fantastic euchre player. I love euchre. I've been playing euchre since I was 7, maybe. My dad taught me when I was really, really young, and I've been playing since I was 7, so almost 20 years. Because I'm 26, so 19 years. But yeah, I love euchre. I have so much fun playing, and I'm so competitive. I'm so competitive with everything I do. I just want to win. I just get super competitive because I hate losing. So for better or for worse, I just want to win. So played that, and that was super, super fun to be able to do and sit down and play. I haven't played in a long time. And that was awesome. So yeah, now we're just kind of recovering from the holidays and yeah, spending time with each other and trying to get some more stitching in, trying to find some more time. And yeah, 2022, it's been real. Had a good year. Yeah, I had a really good year. I finished my master's degree in 2022, which was awesome, and lots of other things that we did as a family and experiences we had, and it was a really great year. I started stitching. It's been a year. I can't believe it since I started stitching, and I feel like I've gotten quite a bit done. I've gotten I don't know, probably 7 or 8 things done and completely finished. So it's been a good year. So with that, bye bye 2022. Hello 2023. It's been real, and catch you on the next one.